I don't know, but I think we should do it anyway, right? And then, like, watch this video over and over again.
Guessing you don't have to wear the goggles for that in the game.
No, you probably don't. Right. Please give a big thank you to Kate the Chemist and Yami.
Thank you.
One of the coolest ways we use Minecraft to help promote STEM, other than crazy experiments like this, is with the Minecraft Hour of Code tutorial, and it's coming November 1st. We've partnered with Code.org for the 4th year to create what is quite possibly the most adventurous one-hour tutorial yet, Voyage Aquatic. Explore aquatic worlds and uncover hidden treasure, all with the power of code, and meet some very awesome video creators along the way. We've logged more than 96 million Minecraft Hour of Code sessions, and we're really excited because we think we're going to get to 100 million this year. Visit code.org/Minecraft to learn more, and check back on November 1st to start coding underwater.
Most people don't know that we have developed this proprietary technology to allow for quicker testing of game features. So instead of only testing things digitally, we use this sort of portal to jump into the game and experience things physically.
So this is where the magic happens. I go in there when I need to test a new map for Realms or for Marketplace. I'm not really sure how it all works, but it's made the testing process way more fun. Like Philip over here, he's experiencing some of the new aquatic features to inspire new merchandise.
It took us years to develop this technology, but once we had it in place, we could immediately see the benefits. And what's great too is that a day in Minecraft goes by way quicker than a day in real life. So once you've been in there for an hour, it's been just less than a minute in real life.
At first we thought it might be too intense, but people really seem to enjoy it. Another trip to the Nether?
Yeah, I had a little tangle with a guest. Hi, I'm Alice. I don't do any testing of features in Minecraft. I just really like to go on adventures.
The only reason we've kept this technology to ourselves is to make sure it doesn't end up in the wrong hands. Imagine creepers running around in the world or other nefarious things that could happen. That's why we have some extremely strict internal policies. Is that a diamond? No. It's, we're working on it.
Matthias? Do you still work here? I haven't seen you forever.
What year is it?
You guys should talk to him.
I guess I got lost?
Here at Mojang, we use the latest and greatest in innovative technologies to create the best game possible for our players.
Hope someone remembered to feed my cats.
And joining her, Sax Person.
Hey Lydia.
Hi, Sax.
How are you?
Like I promised at the beginning of the show, we have a really exciting announcement to make today.
We sure do, Lydia. It's kind of nerve-wracking standing here. As you know, we're always striving to build and evolve the Minecraft universe. We've gone into fiction books, starting with a Max Brooks novel. We're working on an upcoming movie, and now we're going to look into the future.
Sax, are you going to tell everyone we're going to have a Minecraft 2?
No. No such thing needed. Over the past 9 years, we've done over 10 major updates to the Java edition alone. So while people love sequels, Minecraft is way past Minecraft 2 already.
That's true.
It's a game that's always changing, always expanding. Now, what we're going to talk about today is where we want to take the Minecraft universe next.
So you're going to tell us about the future.
Yeah. Like I mentioned, we've been expanding with stories, but since we love games, we want to expand the Minecraft universe with new games. Standalone games in the blocky Minecraft style that you know and love, but with brand new stories and new game genres.
Wait, Sax, it sounds like you're saying there might be new games, like plural?
Yeah, that's right, Lydia. There are multiple new projects in the works. And today, we're ready to give you all a peek at one project, which has been very near and dear to the Mojang team.
That's true, Sax. We've had a small, passionate, and dedicated team at Mojang working on something truly special. I know we're all really excited to finally be able to talk about this project. Hi to everyone in Stockholm. I'm so proud of what they've been making, and today I'm truly thrilled to show you all the first look.
This is a brand new game by Mojang. It's a reimagining of Minecraft as a completely different experience.
So we've taken the combat mechanics of the core Minecraft game and turned it into an adventure game in which you fight monsters, explore environments, find treasure, and earn even better equipment.
You can play the game by yourself or join a friend's adventure. Up to 4 players can team up and take on bigger challenges and earn even better rewards.
For every Minecraft player, but also for everyone else, it's going to be an experience that they've not really done before in the universe.
As a player, you can expect to visit brand new locations, set in environments never before seen in the Minecraft universe. There will be a ton of new mobs that are all unique to the game, and of course, brand new boss mobs.
We're so excited to reveal what we've been working on and to see what you think.
How cool is that? This is the beginning of our expansion of the Minecraft universe into new game genres.
It's going to be great, but that's all we have to share today, so stay tuned to Minecraft.net for more details in the future.
Thank you so much, Sax. At Mojang and Microsoft, we believe in using Minecraft to build a better world. Through education, our joint program with UN Habitat Block by Block, or new initiatives like Coral Crafters, taking Update Aquatic and adding an aspect of making the world better. We've been working to use the game to have a worldwide positive influence. But we're not the only ones who are building a better world. Since the very beginning, Minecrafters have been using the game to impact the world around them. Our new Meet a Minecrafter YouTube series aims to highlight inspiring stories of what people are doing with the game. Let's take a look at our first Minecrafter, Stephen Reed. He's using Minecraft to help give people a new perspective on a very difficult issue by allowing students to have an in-game experience of life as a refugee.
I've always been a believer in teaching the tough stuff. The important thing for me is putting children in the shoes of others. What's it like to be in the position of someone else? So we developed a refugee crisis learning resource within Minecraft, and that's a series of lessons that the teachers follow and a series of Minecraft worlds that the children work within and follow that narrative. You are a refugee. You have just been forced to leave your home because of conflict, and you need to take a journey to try and reach a safe place. At one point you are trafficked, and another point you cross a minefield, you meet other refugees, you stay in a refugee camp. That's the narrative. So it's ultimately an adventure map but a very dark adventure where children become refugees.
Först trodde jag bara att det var hoppa på en båt och åka till ett annat land, men att det är mer än så. Det är så många mer processer som man inte tänker på. Ja, det är liksom inte bara att fly från landet och så är det över sen. Att de går igenom mycket som man egentligen inte ska behöva gå igenom.
Some of the hardest things I've ever taught, but also I can see how much they love it.
So the ultimate output for me with a project like the refugee crisis is teaching life skills. How do we teach our children to make good decisions about when to take action and what action to take?
In order to create something good and create a world that we all want to live in the future, we have to teach our kids empathy and understanding of each other. And I think that's the base for an open heart.
We're incredibly proud of what people around the world have done and continue to do with Minecraft. Empathy, kindness, and discovery have always been a huge part of this community. Minecraft is all about learning from each other and building incredible new things. Whether that's using the game to make a real-world impact, like Stephen Reed is, or creating amazing experiences that can entertain, inspire, and delight you. We've teamed up with Target and Noxcrew to create a special new minigame called Grid Runners. Last week, we gave it away in Target stores around the US, and at the end of the show, we're making it available for free worldwide. Martin decided to take the game one step further. Please welcome him to the stage for Grid Runners Live!
Hello and welcome to Grid Runners Live at MineCon Earth 2018. I am your game master in the Littlewood, also known as Martin, which is a little bit weird to say because if you know anything about the Nox crew, you will know that over the years they've created tons of mini games, tons of game shows, and I've been a contestant. But today we are turning the tables. Let's go and meet the teams. First and foremost, we have the yellow team, Noxite from the Nox crew, Aurelian, who we met earlier on. How are we feeling about this little role switch, huh?
I wouldn't say I was overjoyed, Mike.
No. So let's talk about Grid Runners then. So how long did it take to put together, and what does it contain?
Okay, so the Grid Runners you're going to see today, the part, is just a fraction of the actual full map.
Gotcha.
The full map took us about 3 weeks to make.
Wow.
We're an entire team of people, so I'm the guy who makes all our sound effects.
You are?
So every time you play a Noxcrew map, there'll be a button right at the start. You'll press it, and it'll go, Noxcrew!
There it is.
And then this is Avondale over here. He makes everything work using redstone and command blocks.
So you've built this from the ground up. I'm sure you've play tested it. I'm sure you've got strats. You've probably whispered in Yami's ear.
Absolutely.
What sort of time do you think you can nail today?
You know, I think we're a really good team. I'd say we can get it in under 3 minutes. That's
3 minutes?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, let's see if you can put that to the test. Yellow team's at the back of the stage.
Okay.
Let's go over here with the blue team. So this is going to be a series of challenges. There's 5 of them in total. Yami will go first, Avondale will go second, and they're going to leapfrog until they've completed all 5 of them. And are we ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get the countdown going. In 3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
Oh no, it's parkour.
First challenge is climb the cliff. It's a really simple parkour challenge with a couple of little tricks inside of there.
Okay.
First and foremost, pressure plates and pistons, which is straight across it.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
Wow. I think hitting the post here seems to be doing the trick, doesn't it? Oh no, we're down already.
Oh, you're okay.
There's no room for failure. You've got to land every single jump to get through this entire part of the course.
There you go.
Or, are you normally good at parkour, or is this normally a weakness?
I'm actually known for being super terrible at parkour.
Really? I genuinely wouldn't have guessed that. Oh, up to the top. Now we've got this little sneaky portion. Got to stay crouched to get around there. And then this is the cool action movie hero-like leap. There it is. You nailed it. Awesome stuff.
Okay.
All right, hit the button. No, Joe. Come with me. Come with me. So we are bringing it into the real world. Instead of playing there, you are going to take these beanbags, knock down each of those zombies. You can throw all the beanbags, and whichever ones are left standing will be 5 seconds added onto the clock. Go. First one's out. What?
Yes,
First one's hit. Hey, you get back out of there. Get out of there. Come on.
Yes.
Here we go. Come on. What have we got?
Yes.
That one's a string one. Maybe go for the others. Wow. One more to go. That works. Go, 0 seconds are going to be added onto the clock. And we are on to challenge number 3. Copy the painting.
Okay.
Very simple concept. You've got a piece of art on the right-hand side. You have to replicate it on the left-hand side. So don't mirror it, replicate it 1 for 1.
Okay,
you get
any
awarded...
tips? Gonna help me out?
I would do light blue next. Go top down if you can. Do those and then do the light blue.
So how many different variations of the
That
paintings are there in this map?
There's 5 different ones you can get in this room.
Okay, and what's this on the scale of difficulty?
This one's okay.
This one's all right? Okay. Potentially the yellow team are going to get a really, really difficult one.
I hope they get the hardest one.
Yeah, me too. I'm rooting against them, I don't know why.
Yeah.
So, if you do make a mistake,
we'll
then
get
you
it
can use the
later.
shears to get rid of it, obviously. Well, we're doing pretty well so far.
You?
Looks like there's only a few more blocks left to go. And with each of these, if you stand on the pressure plate, you get awarded enough blocks to do every single one of these.
That's right.
Pretty much, yeah. So we are getting towards the end of this.
Final one. Come on.
4 more blocks.
There we go.
And there Joe, come back with me. All right. So we know you can do fishing in Minecraft either with a rod or you get a bucket. You've got to use these bad boys. There are 5 fish in this tank. Get in there, pull them out, and drop them into that little pot. Go for it. Oh, it's so slimy. That's a fish. That works. Here we go.
Come on, Joe.
2 fish. Come on, what else can we find inside of there? The time is...
Oh, no.
That's a unicorn. What's that doing in there? All right, now that one goes back in. Fish number 3. 2 more. That's a sock. That's a sock. I don't know why that's in there. There we go, the final 2 fish. Awesome. Yummy. Go, go, go. Fry yourself up and we'll see you in a moment. And we move on to challenge number 5, which...
Oh, no. It's more parkour.
It's more parkour. This time we've got water, ladders, glass panes, and a very minimal window to jump.
Okay. Okay, I'm
Tell you
doing
what, though,
it.
you're absolutely smashing it. Doing really, really well.
Taking my time.
That's it. Are you a double tap to sprint?
I'm a
or
double
you
tap, yeah.
I'm a button press. No! Oh, no! Final jump! That's fine. Climb up and go for it again. You've got this.
Can I get up there?
Oh, currently the clock is sitting at around about 2 minutes 52.
Oh, no.
You could hit that 3-minute mark that Ava
Can I get up this ladder?
I think so. Just keep trying to climb. There it is.
Oh, no, what's happening?
Come out slightly from it. There we go. You're up. Okay, try and make that jump. Yes! There we go! Stop the clock. Finishing in a time of 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Blue team, head to the back of the stage. Yellow team, come down to me. And let's see how they fare against that time. How are we feeling? You've now seen the challenges. So are you a parkour like master or not?
No, I got to see Yami do it, but...
You just don't know if it's going to work.
This is like my biggest fear, and now it's come true, so here we are.
And that wasn't quite under 3 minutes. So.
Oh, yeah, that's it. There's a little bit of like tension going on. So what time are you predicting for your team then?
Under 3 minutes.
The same
under
goal.
3 minutes.
All right, well, I think we just get straight into it and find out if you're full of it or not. So 3, 2, 1, let's go! And this is your voice, right?
Yes.
Ready for it? Oh, we didn't trigger.
Oh, no.
Do it,
Climb the cliff!
Climb the cliff! So the big sprint jump at the start. Oh, we're skipping the corner. We're skipping a whole section. No! Oh, but it
That's the payback that I get for
trying to blast through. Here we go. Pistons are out. Big sprint jump to be had. Oh, you're going straight for the corner this time. Okay. If I was playing this, I'd be hitting the post every time. It'd be like comedically like...
Safest way.
It just keeps hitting me.
Okay.
So just a ladder to get. Ooh.
I think.
Turn on there and we're up. Okay, this is
playing it safe.
A little smoother than I think Yami's did. So now we've got to sneak around the edge. If you fall on this big jump, you've got to do the entire course again.
Wow, no pressure, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's fine. I'm piling it on. Oh! The inventory!
What does that even happen?
Okay, next time I won't pressure. Zero pressure next time.
It all went... Okay, maybe not under 3 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes.
3:07.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Still beating 3:08. Okay, here we go. Into the corner. Oh, no! We're back again.
Okay.
You've got this. Slow refs. Take it
Breathe
easy.
it in. Actually, we have the creator of this game. You want to?
Oh, come on.
Don't put that pressure on you.
All right, well...
I think he's already... I guess
You've got this time. You've got this.
Okay.
This is looking strong. Oh!
All right, I'm going to have you step
Okay,
in. Step
fine.
in.
Oh, no, now I'm going to... It's all going to go wrong.
The pressure is on. I'm looking over at Avondale and it's like, these guys.
Yeah. How do you sprint? No, I'm joking.
Whoa.
Oh,
that's brave not going for the post. You could end up overrunning it. This is so good when you're the game master and not the player.
Yeah, this is
I can enjoy this.
It's so much more nerve-wracking when you have all these people like looking at your time.
This is 4 or 5 years of me being on the receiving end, and now it's your turn.
I've got this.
To Grimace. Oh, there we go. He's
got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get a drum roll as he goes for the big jump.
No, don't do that.
Oh, we're going to scare you. Yeah,
got it.
There we go. All right.
You press the button.
You press the button and you come with me. Okay, so, much like yeah, just as a little bit of revenge, I've slightly modified your version of events. So, same amount of beanbags, slightly
Can I
bigger
just go
zombies.
punch them?
No,
Okay.
get back here. Ready? Go for them. Knock them down.
What?
Oh, wow. You're not dead. All right, back to go. Aurelian, go, go, go. You knocked one of the heads off.
Really? Oh,
the power in that arm is unreal. All right, once again, copy the painting. All you got to do is match the picture exactly, and you're good to go. There's a lot of like yellow in this one. That's pretty good. There we go. Oh, you're throwing them all out. This is tactical.
This is pro strats.
This is like, yeah.
And then she's just going to collect them all.
That's not you.
Yeah.
What? Normally it would replace them. This is a big time save. I didn't even think about doing that. And here we go with the painting. This one's relatively easy, I think. I think it's easier than their one was. Yellow across the bottom, a nice blue sky.
Yeah.
Look at this, absolutely flying through. The problem's going to be is trying to reach those top ones because you either have to stand at a really specific angle or you're going to have to make a little leap in order to place it down. Only a few more boxes to go.
Look at this.
I literally, in all of the rehearsals we did, nobody did it like this.
I was saving
I'm genuinely surprised about it all.
I was saving it for now.
Cards close to the chest, and is that going to be the final block? There we go. All right, come along with me, Noxite. Yeah. Slightly bigger. We've just scaled everything up.
Where were they hiding this?
So, once again, 5 fish, 2 hands. Let's get them, all right? I'll put this here. Right. Oh, no, mate.
I got one.
You got one. Oh, no. Okay. Here we go. I'll bring your little ball over. I probably shouldn't be touching your glasses. Right? Let me run these over here.
I can't. Oh, this one. Yeah.
There's a fish. All right, I'll take it off your hands. Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
I can get more.
Yeah. That jacket is ruined. It's splash, man. Oh, there's 3. 2 more left to find. Have you got it? Oh, it's slipping. He's going. Are you okay there, friend? You should have brought your goggles.
There's only 4, right?
No, there's 5.
What?
Time's up. Time's up. Oh, no, mate. Everybody come to the center of the stage. Oh, yellow team.
Can I have a towel?
Ready? Oh, yeah, you get a towel. There we go. I'll tell you what, I've got this for myself as well. Look at this. There we go. So, there we go. That is Grid Runners Live. The first team doing it in about 3:08. Yellow team, we couldn't even give you time to finish. So, let's talk about how that went. What was the feeling as you saw each challenge?
Is that a serious question?
A little bit, rhetorical slightly. So, before we head on out then, thank you so much to all the contestants taking part. Congratulations to the blue team and Noxite. When can people... Yeah, round of applause. I just tried my hands.
Good game.
So, when can people play this game for themselves at home?
So Grid Runners is going to be on the Minecraft Marketplace for absolutely free.
Ooh.
And you'll be able to play it right after the show. I'm going to go backstage and press a big red button to release.
You'll try your hands first, though, yeah? No, okay. Yeah, we're going to be slimy the rest of the show. So, thank you very much for watching. We're heading over to Vu now for an update on the votes.
No, I completely disagree. There's no way to know who they're going to vote for, no matter how cute you are.
We're on.
Wait, we're about to go on?
You're on now.
Well, hello there. So, yeah, I think it's time to vote. No, cut it out. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the game show. Yes, the game show. I really just want to see that one more time. Oh, poor Stefan. I hope he's learned his lesson. Perhaps next time he makes an awesome minigame, he'll have to wonder if we will bring him up on the MINECON stage again to play out his game in real life. So, back to the vote. I was chatting with my own co-hosts earlier, and we just can't decide which biome will win your support and votes. Maybe we should review them once more. We have the Taiga, a cooler climate full of spruce trees and sometimes wolves, not to mention a great place to gather wood. If you vote for the Taiga biome, you'll soon enjoy delicious berry bushes, warm, crackling campfires, and wily foxes to keep you company as you wish the night away. Next up is the Savanna, a warm and peaceful place to wander around, especially if you like tall grass. If the Savanna is your choice, after the update, you'll be able to sit under the mighty baobab while staring fascinatingly at termites running around their mounds as ostriches just hang around. And finally, we have the desert. often thought of as just sandy, barren lands. If you vote for this biome, you'll be rewarded with a refreshing oasis, the cool shade of beautiful palm trees, while meerkats, who confusingly are not at all cats, scurry all around you. What will you choose? How can you choose? With such amazing options, the decision is a tough one. If I were you, I'd get all my friends on my side and vote right now. That's right, the poll is now open. So make sure you're logged in and go to the Minecraft Twitter account to make your mark on the future of Minecraft and the future of your exploration of the amazing worlds in the game. Can puppets use Twitter?
Thanks, Boo. I can't wait to see what everyone votes on. Have you ever wondered how to start making your own videos? Or do you wish you could take your video making to the next level? Long ago, I used to make videos on YouTube, and while I did have awesome pink hair, I really wish I would have had some of the great tips coming up in this next segment. Next up, we have Big B teaching you how to create authentic videos.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Anthony, or Big B Stats. To help you understand me a bit better of who I am and the person I've become, I will take you back to the beginning. My name is Anthony, and I was born and raised in North Carolina. I have 2 older sisters, 2 brothers, 1 older than me and 1 younger than me. Yep, I'm the middle child. Like some families, I never had the opportunity to grow up with my mom and dad under the same roof. My parents divorced when I was about 2 years old, but I would always visit my mom on the weekends. Me and my brothers lived with my dad and my grandmother, and my sisters with my mom. It was always exciting to see them, and of course, sad when the weekend was over. Looking back, my family struggled financially, but my dad would use his last to make sure his sons were happy. That's just the type of dad he is. And it just so happens that we were big video game fans, including my dad. So we would always play games together, and that's where it all started.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Anthony, or Big B Stats, and I want to talk to you today about building a channel and hopefully inspire you to create. So today I'm joined with my good friend Martin.
Hi, thank you for having me on. I've just done a very quick change, and I'm not slimy anymore. So yeah, we've known each other for a few years, right? Years now, right? We've met at MineVention, we've done content together and some SMPs together, and today we're talking about how you got started in your journey. So of course, we need to look at the start of that journey, don't we?
Yeah, I've been dreading this moment.
One of your first ever videos.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Anthony, or Big B Stats, and today I want to talk to you guys about just some upcoming updates, some other things like that. This is like my very first vlog kind of a thing, so I'm kind of new to this whole aspect of it. Not really sure if I'm looking at you or outside my window or something like that. The sun is like super bright.
There it is, mate. Yeah!
Well, we all start somewhere. I can remember actually making that, which was just, it's crazy to think now that I'm here, and then I can remember being in that room making that video. But we're all in this together, and we all start somewhere. So with that being said, we have a video to see.
Here come ours.
Hi everybody, I'm in the Littlewood, also known as Martin, and I'm just going to test out my new camera. And it's now leveled up.
This is my first vlog. My name's Chad. This is my cat.
Tiamo's Kai with another video log. One of my videos has actually hit 1,000 views, which I'm really impressed with actually.
Hey everybody, it's Ori, or Aurelian in game as you call me. I just had my 600th tweet, isn't that so exciting?
Hi, I'm Minecraft Chick, and this is my very first daily Minecraft video show. I don't even know how I walk.
It's so good. I remember pretty much everybody from back then, and it's just really interesting seeing them then and seeing how we've all kind of gotten to here now. So I started because I had a load of different things that I enjoyed doing that sort of fed into YouTube. But how did you start videos? Why?
So I started because I've always loved video games. I can just remember being, you know, in my same house. All my brothers were all in different rooms playing the same game on like LAN.
Yeah, like a LAN party.
I just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I always would also like find tricks in video games. So what I did is I was always looking up tutorials. How do you do this? How do you do that? And it was sometimes explained very long. And then I kind of thought like, hey, this could be explained in like 5 minutes. So I kind of felt that I could do it better, and I kind of took that step and started doing it myself.
So you were trying to refine the content that you personally enjoyed. So you weren't doing it for like fame or money or nothing like that. No, not for views.
To be honest, I was the shyest person in the room, and I'm still shy now. I'm shy doing this right now. But I love it, and that's why I'm here today.
Exactly. You've got to do anything creative because you have a passion for it, not for any kind of alternate reason. Like, I combine passions. Like, at the time, I was playing loads of video games as a kid. I started trying to do some, like, radio presenting stuff, and then I started making videos about, you know, regular vlogs. And I just sort of combined all those passions, because passion just drives everything, doesn't it?
That's the key. Passion is so key. And I think if you have passion, then that kind of sparks the creativity. And remember, sometimes it's not necessarily thinking outside the box, but thinking that there is no box and there's no limit to being creative. So just be as creative as you can and just take that step forward and go for it.
I think as soon as you start trying to limit yourself, you're kind of like impeding your own creativity, aren't you? Just like be yourself, like just try out different things, see what works, what doesn't. But we need a way of capturing it, don't we? So we need to talk practicalities on making content.
With that being said, so every day, I mean, today, everyone has a phone.
Yeah,
and it has a great camera, great mic. You see this post all the time.
Yeah, I see that, but I don't see how you can play a video game when you're doing that.
I could play with one hand.
No. I think you should pull out something like this. Like, they're pretty affordable, just like little tripod.
That's not bad to use. I can remember actually using one of these, and if it didn't match my height, you could use things like books to also match, to make sure it's level with you.
Yeah.
It's also good.
I used to use like books and like plant pots and like, I even know people who use a selfie stick nowadays just like planted in something. It's so smart.
They plant a selfie stick.
Yeah.
And with lighting.
Yeah.
Now, in our earlier videos, you can see I had too much light.
We had a lot of light.
A lot of light. But daylight is not bad to use. Daylight is perfect, as long as it's day, of course.
Yeah.
But a desk lamp is also perfect. Make sure it's not too close, not too far, but just enough to be seen. Dark videos are hard to see, so again, make sure you're seen.
You want to make sure as well that you don't put the light directly behind your camera, because otherwise you're going to have like the shape of your phone and you're just going to have this huge rectangle on your face. Like,
exactly, it's just a shadow there.
Yeah. Here's half of me, everybody.
Like, is he wearing shades or?
Futuristic glasses.
So the camera mic, well, the phone mic is also very good too. You can just make sure you're not too close, not too far. Make sure you're in a nice, quiet place.
But it can pick up everything though.
Exactly.
Like, if you've got like a little brother or sister who's running around in the background, it's probably going to hear them.
Definitely.
So something like this is really good, right?
Perfect. Just make sure this isn't too close. I've also had one of these. I've been through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Make sure this isn't too close because, again, you want to be heard, but not too much.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And there's a lot of, like, little tips and tricks that you need when going into it. Like, with audio, it can be quiet and you can always boost it, but getting rid of that, you know, the little crackly sound you hear when it's, like, too loud?
Exactly.
Like, that's that. So I know that I mentioned earlier I came from radio into YouTube, so I was really unconfident in front of the camera to begin with. Like, did you find the same, or...?
Big time, big time. I'm very, very shy, again, and the one important thing I learned is really looking into the lens. That's very important. We spend most of our days in our room looking into a lens, talking to ourselves. But it's fun, and I enjoy it. But one thing I did note that whenever I started doing commentaries early on around that time is that I would just talk. I would just press record and just talk. But I started to stumble a bit, so I started making notes. So make notes.
They're so good.
That's good. Keeps you on track of your topic. Yeah. You don't really get lost in what you're saying.
I just used to talk for the sake of talking, which probably wasn't any kind of value to the video. Like, I'd record for 20 minutes, and I'd go, I need to talk through the whole thing.
You don't.
But now I can record 40 minutes, chop it down to 10 if I'm doing something that's not so interesting, or even if I just say something that's just like, no one cares about that.
Exactly.
You can just get it out. And, like, editing is really the magic of making videos. You can add music for atmosphere and make everything kind of a bit more enchanting or intense, but you've got to make sure you can be heard over said music.
Don't make the music louder than your voice.
Otherwise you'll be like screaming like you're at a concert.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's going to be able to hear you. So we've started making content. What's kind of next after that?
Next after that is just being consistent. Consistency is super important, and consistency builds trust. I can remember me being a kid, and let's say I would come home every Wednesday, and I knew like a particular show that I loved would be on every Wednesday, 2 p.m. I would expect that, and I trusted that.
And on that same note with, like, you know, Saturday morning cartoons, the intro is always the same, and it's always something, like, recognizable. So you've got, like, you know, what's going on, guys? My name's Anthony, or Big B Stats.
That was all right. I can do it a little bit better.
Was that not a good impression?
That was all right. That was good.
Fine, whatever.
But the key thing about that is it works.
Yeah, it really does.
That kind of sets me off. Like, when I turn on the camera and I say my intro, that is what really gets me into the zone.
So one thing that I noticed as time went on and I started to experiment with my content is that as much as I was starting to be regular and consistent with my videos, I started to notice that I would like panic myself if it has to be like every Wednesday. But you've got to allow yourself some breathing room. Some videos will, yeah, exactly. Some videos will take 10 minutes. Some of them will take 10 hours.
Great YouTube tip. Subscribe to Obstacle. This is Snooda right here.
Hi, we made it to the compilation, Mum.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello, every channel. So no, let's go back to it then. So we were talking about consistency. Some videos will take 10 minutes, some take 10 hours, some take 10 days. But you've got to be patient with yourself, right?
Patience is super key.
Yeah.
And I can remember me like being at MineCon Orlando. And what happened at Orlando is I showed up, nobody knew me. So you really gotta, so what I did is I almost took that as motivation. So what I did is I worked really hard, and now look at me, I'm an actual co-host of Minecon Earth.
Right. It's just like
insane.
a snowball effect, isn't it? But it didn't just happen overnight. It just sort of like gently made its way there, didn't it?
Definitely. Nothing happens overnight.
No, nothing does. And like, you know, talking about patience and stuff with yourself, you often have to have patience with your viewers as well.
Exactly.
Because there will be some people who will comment some nice things and some not so nice.
Exactly. And that's the thing. You need to know the difference between criticism, like constructive criticism, and just mean comments. So like for an example, when I made videos, like I would say like a lot of times. And you can get a comment that says, hey, Big B, maybe you say like too many times. That's constructive criticism rather than someone just saying...
They're trying to help you iron out like the kinks of your,
and you can use that to improve.
Exactly.
Not someone just saying like, hey, this is a bad video. So you can always block the haters. It happens to all of us.
Literally every single person who's uploaded a video ever has had a mixed bag.
Exactly.
They really have.
So at the end of the day, just remember, we all have a right to be here, and that doesn't matter, regardless race, gender, religion, or orientation. We're all in this together.
And we're all here to have fun and just enjoy the process and build those communities. So I think that's the most important thing, really.
Enjoying the process. Just think of it as an adventure.
Yeah.
Really. It's
Every video is a new one.
Exactly. You have an opportunity to bring people together, inspire people, create a community. So what I did is I asked a few of my friends a bit of their advice. So let's see what they had to say.
So my advice for anyone that's wanting to start their own channel would be to just enjoy it.
Try and be unique. Be original.
Try to upload consistently.
Do what you love.
To never give up. You stick with it.
Don't compare yourself to other channels.
Always do what you love.
Do it for the fun.
Don't be afraid to show everybody your true self.
Have confidence, make friends, and enjoy your time on YouTube.
As long as you're enjoying doing what you're doing, then no matter what, you're winning.
Don't wait for anything. Just start creating.
Be so wholeheartedly and unapologetically yourself. You don't have to put on a show. You don't have to be something you're not. Your personality is enough. And as long as you're having fun, people are going to have fun watching.
So remember, nothing happens overnight. Be bold, be creative, and most importantly, be you.
Minecraft is not just for playing. Minecraft is for learning. Some teachers say, well, they're just gonna play. They're not playing. They are learning, but in a fun way. So that is priceless when you have it in a classroom.
Aprender de Minecraft es como para mucha gente un sueño que lo hayan incluido en el currículum oficial de la escuela. Muy padre.
We have found that actually working with Minecraft has actually helped them develop skills that they didn't even know that they were going to be developing so far.
Una oportunidad que la verdad nunca pensé que iba a tener.
Just a couple of months ago, we were part of this incredible program named Coral Crafters. With that, we were helping the environment in our country, well, actually worldwide, to create a coral reef.
Me siento muy feliz saber que algo que tú diseñaste va a estar ayudando al mundo.
Our students were actually going to create a sculpture built in Minecraft. And after it was built in Minecraft, that was then going to be made with an element named Bedrock, which helps to foster the growth of the coral reef much faster than in regular circumstances. And once it was constructed, now it was going to be placed on the coast of Cozumel.
Algo que él y yo diseñamos que va a servir al mundo, algo que lo está ayudando a que viva más tiempo. Es algo fantástico.
And for them and even for us, it's amazing that something that they love to use and they like to work around has helped them develop something in order for them to help their planet. And that's what we want to teach our students.
It's really incredible to see what Minecraft can do in the hands of a fantastic teacher like Patricia. We have amazing educators across the world using Minecraft education to inspire their students. The first voting poll is about to close. Don't forget to vote and pick which biome gets worked on next. Last year at MineCon Earth, we introduced the features of the update Aquatic. Since it's been released, it's been one of our most loved updates. Underwater became a magical place where anything can happen.
Ah, the ocean. What a grand venue. A vast space of nothing. Peace and quiet. A place for solitude and reflection. Oh well, at least it used to be. Yes, we get it. You're adorable and you can dive. Big whoop. Come on, hurry it up, you dawdlers. I haven't got all day. That's more like it. Majestic. How terribly sad. It appears this ship capsized. Oh good, a survivor. Here's why all those stupid ships sank. Bubbles. That's... a creature that resides in the sky. Not very aquatic if you ask me. New ruins to explore? That does actually sound somewhat entertaining. What a kook. Oh, I suppose a lively ocean is a lovely ocean after all. Best of luck to you, little guy.
I hope that guy does find his way home safely. We've come to one of my favorite moments at any MineCon. That is the costume contest. And we have here on stage our 3 costume contest finalists. All of these have incredible, incredible builds, as you say, when it comes to these fantastic costumes. So first, I have Leo. How are you doing, Leo?
Good.
And inside of there is actually a person. Lean, how are you doing in there?
I'm doing good.
Lean! She's having a great time in there. Lean, actually, I heard it's your birthday. How old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
Well, congratulations. Happy birthday. Where are you guys two from? Where are both of you from?
We're from France.
France? All the way from France. Was that worrisome traveling with your costume?
It was difficult.
A little bit difficult? Okay, and I can see that there's some movement. This chicken jockey can flap its wings and move its arms. You're doing a great, Lean, inside of there. And what was your inspiration for creating this costume?
Well, Minecraft.
Minecraft was the inspiration. Good answer. Great job. This is absolutely fantastic. Our next, yeah, give them some love. This is also a costume. Daphne, are you in there?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Virginia.
And why a rabbit? Why did you choose a rabbit?
I have no clue.
You have no clue? Give us a little bit of a sign that you're actually in there. Can you give us some movement? Now, this is something you would not take like on the street. This is something you just keep at your house.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then what does this rabbit eat? What is its favorite lunch?
Vegan stuff.
Vegan stuff. It's a vegan rabbit. Thank you so much, Daphne. Give her some love. And finally, we have Misha. Misha, where are you from?
South Africa. It's a great country.
A great country. And is a blaze your favorite mob?
Not really. It's kind of annoying.
What? What is your favorite, though?
Wolf.
A wolf? Why did you build a wolf?
It was last year's number 3.
Your blaze looks absolutely incredible. Now, I can see here that it glows in the dark. So if we wouldn't mind asking production to turn down the lights so we can see It actually has lights included underneath the mask on every single of the blaze parts. Absolutely incredible. All of these builds are great. Great. And they should be so, so proud. All of you are our 3 finalists, but we do have a trophy for a 1 winner. So we only just decided today, earlier this morning, who the winner would be. And I'm very happy to say that Leo and Lean, you guys are our winner of the costume contest. There you go. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Lean in there. Give us some mob action. Give us some mob action. Nah. Shock. Now we're going to toss it on over to Vu.
The results of the first vote are in. Now is when we say goodbye to one of the biomes, the one that received the least amount of votes, and move on to vote on the final 2. I would ask for a drum roll, but I'm far too excited to wait. Drum rolls can sometimes feel like they go on for ages. Meanwhile, all you really want is to hear the results. Why spend all that time making meaningless noise? Just give the people what they want. At least that's what I say. Oh, what the heck. You know what? Drum rolls are cool. Drum roll, please. And the biome that will not be updated first, the one with the least amount of votes, is the desert. Sorry, buddy. Better luck next time. I have to admit, I was already imagining the desert sands between my toes, the sun shining on my hat, and the palm trees swaying in the wind. But oh well, desert's out. Let's have a look at the 2 remaining biomes that you prefer over the nice, warm, vacation-y biome that is the desert. Are you the type of player who likes to play it cool? Do you enjoy the sweet taste of berries and rich but sometimes dangerous wildlife? Then you'll love the taiga and its sizable fox population. Or maybe you're all about the homely warmth of the desert, but don't like the sand creeping in everywhere. Then clearly, the ostrich-rich savanna is the biome for you. So, the community has spoken, and your 2 favorites remain. Only one can win the final vote, however, and be first to receive an extreme biome makeover. Remember, make sure that you're logged in and go to the official Minecraft Twitter account @Minecraft. We've just opened a brand new poll, and only the taiga and savanna are options. Even if you've already voted, remember, this is a new vote with the 2 remaining options. Choose your favorite and click the little circle. Your vote will be cast and you will be part of history as someone who helped shape the development of Minecraft. So get over there and cast your vote now. This final poll is only open for a limited amount of time. Then stay tuned because later in the show, Jens and Agnes will reveal the winner, as well as some other awesome things about upcoming updates.
It's really heating up. Taiga and Savanna, very exciting. Next up, let's welcome Aurelian back to the stage. You look amazing.
We all costume changed for you. Chad did it, so like, if he gets a cool costume, I want him to.
I'm really impressed. I need to up my game next year.
Yeah.
You might not all know this, but Aurelian and I met back in 2013 at MINECON in Orlando.
Yep.
And since then, we've become friends. We've made videos together.
Sang in one.
We sang in one together. And now we get to share the stage at MINECON Earth. It's really crazy because I don't think we would have met otherwise without
We wouldn't have at all.
I know that it's really important to you, but how big of a role has Minecraft played in helping you form friendships?
So basically, I'm here because of Minecraft. The friends that I've met, the people that encouraged me to get into YouTubing and making videos and live streaming, and even all the way up into the job that I have today, is all because I started playing Minecraft way back in 2011.
That is really incredible. So what are we about to see?
So we talked about being friends and making friends. There are people from all around the world of all different backgrounds who come together and play Minecraft together and become friends. So I brought 3 sets of friends to MineCon with me, and we're gonna actually see how much they know about each other.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. Let's get into it.
Thanks.
Take it away, Aurelian.
Thanks. Before we get started, though, we are going to meet our contestants. Hello, contestants.
Hey. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you guys excited?
Yes. Super excited.
Good. Well, let's start with some introductions for all 3 sets of you. Ifat and Anat, you guys run Toya, which I actually got to play one of the maps that you guys made called Guerrilla Adventure, where you highlight the adventures of a woman named Diane Fossey. What inspired you to do maps like that?
We think that Diane Fossey, she's an amazing ape researcher, and we thought it will be super cool to explore the kids for her world. And first of all, we love gorillas, so we want to create ones.
It was a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Good reason to make a map, right?
Minecraft, and especially the baby ones, which are super cool.
They were so cute.
Yeah.
So that's...
And we're a female-led studio, so we do worlds and skins on the marketplace, and they're all inspired, you know, by the achievements of amazing women who changed their world. So we want the girls to become the heroes, just like boys can be heroes. So this is what we do.
That's awesome. We are so excited to have you guys here today, and we're going to learn a little bit more about you later. But our next set of contestants, CPK and Lauren Z-Side.
Hello.
Welcome. I am personally really excited to have you guys here because, aside from me, my daughter actually watches your videos because you guys get to make Minecraft content together, and that's pretty rad for people who are friends, right?
It is. It's amazing.
So where can people find you two making videos?
Well, right now, our current series are The Deep End, where we explore vanilla Minecraft for once and all of the aquatic updates. And then we also do One Life right now, where we only have 1 life in Minecraft, and if we die in Minecraft, we're out of the server and the series.
So with all of this Minecraft you two played together, you guys should know so much about each other.
Yeah, we're best friends. We're the dynamic duo, people call us, actually.
Well, we're going to see compared. And our final set, he laughs.
But do your outfits match?
Kind of.
Oh, yeah, I guess oh, yeah, there's a trend. Never mind.
I'm going to take a point away already. That was
what?
Not
Thank
good.
you.
Oh.
Actually, we got to learn a lot about your friendship earlier in your segment, but a lot of people may not know that Martin and I actually go way back, and Martin is the reason why I'm here today, because I was out looking for people to say, come play on my Minecraft server, and I messaged you on Twitter, I think it was, and you were like, yeah, cool, like, let's do something together, let's live stream. I didn't even know that there was a whole world of people that, like, made videos and people who watch videos, because I was just alone playing Minecraft. And so you got me encouraged, you taught me, like, pretty much everything I know, and now we're here.
That's a big claim.
I know.
I'm basically responsible for Aurelian, apparently.
So when things go wrong, it's Martin's fault.
My fault? Yes. I'm down 1 point and everything's my fault. Check.
But I love you, and I'm glad you're here.
That's fine. I can go with that.
All right, let's get started. So before we came here to MineCon, we actually asked all 3 sets of friends some questions about themselves, about their experiences in Minecraft, and about the things that they like. And so now we're going to go group by group and see how much you know about each other. Ready? You think you're going to do good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, we're going to start with you guys. Ifat and Anat. We asked Anat what her favorite memory of your friendship was. What do you think she said?
This one is easy.
It's easy? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Way back, in like 12 years ago, we were working together, and we actually gave birth in the same day.
You had your babies on the same day.
Not the same hospital, but...
Not the same hospital. I mean, I think you guys like worked together, you were friends together, you had your babies together. Is that the right answer?
That's so easy.
It's so easy. You gave birth on the same day. That's incredible. So you guys are 1 for 1. Callum and Lauren.
How do we follow giving birth?
How do you follow that?
You can't.
You can't. You can still get this question right, though, okay? You may not be as good friends, but you can still get this one right. Callum, we asked Lauren to describe herself as a Minecraft block. And what do you think she said?
I think this is what I would describe her as, so I hope she thinks the same.
Okay.
I think she's a little diamond.
Aww.
I thought you were going to be mean and say, like, dirt or something.
I would never do that.
What did you say?
Obsidian.
Oh, why
What does that mean?
Because it's purple. Come on, Callum.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
so-
you're all wearing purple. You know, well, it's an honorary point because it was very sweet. Very good friends.
That was very.
We'll take it.
Martin and Bigby.
Yeah. Yep. We once sneezed at the same time. Just want to put that one out.
Coughed. And coughed.
Yeah,
That's
and
not
coughed at the
even
same time.
close. That's not even.
That's all we've got.
Yeah.
And no one can prove that's true. Anyway, Bigby, we asked Martin if you were to play a round of Minecraft survival games with your wonderful co-hosts, who do you think would be left standing?
Well.
So who do you think Martin would say is left standing?
Well, it wouldn't be you. Well.
What did it?
What? No. It would be me.
Oh. Now, I feel like we should still get a point because the words match. Right? Does that count? I think that's pretty good.
I actually meant you, so.
Oh, did you?
No.
Oh, I never meant you. That's fine.
You guys think the same.
Yeah,
There's like a
pretty
benefit to that. So Eva and Anat, you guys, we learned now you gave birth together. You guys have been friends for a really long time, but how did you make the transition into being friends to starting to make Minecraft content together? What did that look like?
So I think we wanted, our kids to have equal opportunities as they grow up, and we thought that Minecraft is the perfect game to do that. Wanted to do storytelling and adventures, so it was just, a reunion and a connection. Yeah, we just went ahead and did that.
And you have to be the coolest moms because you guys make Minecraft maps. It's pretty awesome.
I hope
you need to ask our kids.
I'll ask you after the show.
You should ask them.
We will for sure. Callum and Lauren,
That's us.
you guys were friends before or after you started making videos?
Because of.
Because of.
So, how do you just randomly message someone and be like, let's make videos?
I think that's-
How does that happen?
That's like the hardest part, right? But we have mutual friends and we were on some series together and it just kind of came to a point where we're like, hey, should we try filming? And I'd seen a bunch of Lauren's videos. I think we have a really similar sense of humor. And then she agreed to make some videos with me and then that means we're friends and now I just won't let go. So
You're stuck as friends for forever.
that's how it works.
That's amazing. Martin, baby, I don't have any questions for you because we've
We're
seen
old
you so
news.
much in the show. We love you, but we already know. It's great. Okay, we're gonna do one more round. Okay, this is your chance to redeem yourselves.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we'll start with you guys again. Anat, we asked Ifat which hostile mob she would keep as a pet. So which mob?
That's difficult. Okay, so if we would have hostile cockroaches, I would go for them.
Okay.
But we don't.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for spider.
Okay.
Because even if we have them in the studio, the real ones walking around, she would just go pick them out, set them
spider.
free.
Okay.
The other one is screaming on the other side of the room. But I would
Spider.
So she said spider. What did you say?
Spider.
Spider! Yay!
Already won.
Oh, that's awesome! You guys are 2 for 2. Yes. No one can beat them.
No.
They're like my
From the
new
start.
favorite set of friends. So there's no choice. But we'll see. You guys can pick this up now, okay?
Here we go.
Lauren, we asked Callum what his biggest fear was in Minecraft.
Ooh. Wait, what's that look for?
Yeah.
Lauren, well, let's see what Lauren. Lauren, what did you say his biggest fear in Minecraft was?
I really wasn't sure, so I said witches because they're pretty terrible.
Witches are terrible. Callum, you have this strange look on your face. What did you say?
I got the question wrong.
What? What?
So I thought it was in my life, so I put failure.
Oh my God. Are you scared of witches?
Yeah, they're pretty terrifying.
Then it counts.
You're right.
Yay! You okay? Oh. All right, Martin, baby, this is your last opportunity.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
To get this one right.
Okay.
Martin,
Yeah.
this should be the easiest question.
Oh, don't say that.
We asked Bigby what his favorite snack was.
I mean, we've even had evidence of this already today.
Yeah.
It 100% has to be cookies.
Cookies.
It just has to be.
And that's
It's part of your brand, like
Yeah.
cookies, right?
There's a massive pile of them backstage.
Yeah.
Or there was.
I've eaten them. You're wrong. That's the way the cookie crumbles. It's actually
Gummy bears?
Gummy bear? What? I've never seen you eat a gummy bear in your life.
I have.
That was the least most convincing I have ever.
Gummy bear.
All right, boys.
Oh, no.
We know you're still good friends. Everybody here is good friends. We would encourage everybody at home to try this with their friends. Ask them some questions, see if you can get them right, and we hope that you guys enjoyed it. Everyone, let's give a final round of applause for our amazing guests. Lydia, we'll take it back to you.
Thanks, Aurelian. I think we're going to have to try a version of that in the office to see how well everyone knows each other. And I'm not sure about Big B's survival game skills, but I know that Martin used to win all the time, like every server that I was on, so my money's on him. It's hard to describe how much Minecraft has changed things for so many of us. When you hear about the friendships, the people who were just on stage, it's really incredible. And I can say that's myself included. From living in Florida to moving to Sweden to work on this incredible game, to making many of my very best friends, Minecraft is an undeniable force in bringing people together and changing lives. Our last Meet a Minecrafter video introduces a company that's working to give even more people a chance to play.
So he's got cerebral palsy. It's a very wide term, but it's basically damage to the brain, and what it means for Ian is that he's got no independent use of any of his limbs. The fact that Ian can access a computer game that everybody plays is no longer special. It's actually for everybody. It's very inclusive.
My favourite thing to do in the game is destroying buildings. I also love attacking animals and zombies with my sword.
iMine is a way of enabling someone with a very severe disability who finds it very difficult to be able to use their hands so that they can use a keyboard or a mouse to be able to join in with everybody else and play. It's an interface that lets them play Minecraft. When they look at the game, it's as if it's a mouse. Their eyes behave like a mouse. So if you want to be able to dig, then you look at the dig button, you go back to the screen, look where you want to dig, and you'll start digging. If you want to fly, look at the fly button, look back at the screen, and you will be able to fly.
I love it. It gives me a new level of independence, so I can play the game without someone helping me. It's now an accessible game for lots of ages and abilities. I wish more games were liking this.
He can sit and watch TV by himself, but that's a very passive activity. Whereas with Minecraft, he's flying around, exploring the scenery. His life is so limited that everything that opens these avenues is amazing.
And when you see people who with very severe involuntary movement, who find it so difficult to be creative in any other way, to see them being so creative, which is what Minecraft enables them to do, for me, that's terrific.
It's so inspiring to see technology like iMine help make Minecraft truly accessible to players. That's really what the game is all about. Every year, one of the most exciting and anticipated segments of the show is the Future Updates, where you get to find out about all the cool stuff that's coming to the game. And this year is no exception. We've brought in our word specialist to conduct this important interview. Please welcome our Director of Creative Communications, Owen Jones.
Thank you, Lydia. Thanks. So, I am lucky enough to be sitting here with two of our amazing developers. You guys primarily work on the Bedrock version of the game, right?
Yep, correct.
So, who are you?
Yeah, so I'm Jason Major. I've been on Bedrock for about 4 years now.
And I'm Adrian. I've been on Bedrock for about 2 years, and I help deliver add-ons.
Well, thank you so much for coming along to talk to me. Like today, we're going to be talking mostly about the add-ons. Now, they exist in a version of the game we describe as Bedrock. Can you just give me a brief on what that version is?
Yeah, so Bedrock is the kind of what we internally call the version of Minecraft that runs on most of the mobile devices. So iPhone, Android, Kindle, along with the Xbox, and we just recently released Switch, and also Windows 10.
And you can play cross-platform between all those different editions as well, right?
Yeah.
We've also been adding new things to the Bedrock version over the years. We've added, you can get texture packs and skins. Now you can even access servers on there. Yep. So there's loads of cool features in that version, which we're kind of proud of. But today we are talking mostly about add-ons. Now, add-ons are a way you can kind of change the game and kind of customize it yourself.
Yeah, so about 2 years ago, we added the ability for people to to come in and just through editing simple text files, they can go and take existing mobs in the game and change their behaviors. They can change the geometry, which is kind of the shape of what they look like, and kind of mix them up and make a lot of fun things. And we've seen a lot of really cool stuff built with that already.
And I think over time, we've managed to give people more and more kind of power to create even more unique entities or unique mobs in the game.
Yeah.
Right. So one of the new things that we're doing now is we're making it so that people can add their own new entities instead of needing to overwrite an existing one. Okay. So it really gives users a little more power to be able to add whatever they wanted.
So previously, if I kind of changed the look of a chicken in the game, I think we have a little video about this, a chicken in the game, and it became a duck, it would kind of replace the chicken. But now, as this shows, you can kind of have both.
Right. So now we have a new spawn egg for our new entity, duck. This is just an example of what someone can create using our new feature. And because it's a new entity, it has a new render, and it has a whole new set of behaviors as well.
Yeah, that's super awesome. And that's going to give a lot of freedom to people to kind of really customize what exists in their world now.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the cool things in that is we kind of show the baby duck when it comes out as yellow. So like that's, again, is just editing simple files. So in those files, you can basically just put like a single line of text, basically say, if it's a baby, like use this texture, otherwise use this other texture. And
very cool.
You have a lot of control there now.
That's awesome. We've also kind of looked into how you can place these new entities in the world as well, right? So
yeah, so definitely like in the past with add-ons, you're constrained by the thing that you overrode would determine where it would spawn. So if you tried to override a polar bear, for instance, it would only ever spawn in ice flats.
Gotcha.
And that is kind of challenging. And then also with like marketplace content and other things, sometimes you're like, well, in my world, I don't want creepers to spawn ever. And you have no way to turn that off. So what we've got now is we have another data-driven text file way you can kind of specify, like, this thing shows up under these conditions in the world. So these sort of biomes or this lighting levels and stuff like that. You can even say things like, this thing's more likely to spawn in the rain and stuff like that.
So I think you have you guys made a scorpion, right?
Yeah. So it's got just kind of wandering around the desert, encounter this little guy. So I never spawned him myself. And he's got some bigger friends.
I mean, you can see the kind of power of the add-on there. I mean, you can make something kind of pretty much unique.
Correct.
Yeah. And here you can spawn them without using spawn eggs, that's right? This is another new feature we're adding?
Right. So in addition to getting a spawn egg, we also, when you add your new entity using just a JSON file, it hooks up to the commands. You can use it in spawner blocks, everything.
That's awesome. Very, very cool. So we've been talking a bit about the kind of functionality of these new entities, which is obviously really cool and really valuable. But we're also trying to change how people can visualize their entities, how they can affect how they look and feel in the game also.
Right. So something that we've done is we've made it so that in addition to just adding a new entity, we didn't want to constrain the users to using any of the animations that exist with vanilla entities. So you can specify, you can add your own new animations, mix or match existing ones. And so that's something that we see with our next guy here.
Yeah, so you made a kind of skeleton kind of beast guy here, we can see.
Yeah, this one was a lot of fun because we actually got, like, we wanted to show off something that is obviously not using existing animations in the game. So he's got his upper torso, he's got his rear up animation, kicks at you, and stuff like that, which is obviously new.
So we can see this is kind of the body of a horse, the torso of a skeleton, and kind of new animations.
Yeah, I like to call him the Skeletor.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Cool. I mean, this all looks really interesting. I noticed you guys are making kind of scorpions and skeletons and stuff. Have you thought about making any kind of nice, cute mobs in the game yet?
Yeah, the next one has something that I personally think is really cute. They're kind of small and furry. So this first guy, he kind of brings them up. But there's the little cute guys. So you got the nice little spiders that I added in. I think they're super cute.
They're not cute.
And then, but this whole video is just kind of showing the power of what you can actually build when you pull it all together. So we got custom animations, custom rendering of these guys. The spiders have a new custom particle effect that can be so you make new effects on stuff. So we can hook it up to say this effect trails and plays on this guy all the time. There's a effect that plays when they get spawned and summoned in the world. And yeah, you can just kind of see that, like, you basically made like a little mini boss type, pretty crazy mob.
Yeah, it's amazing you can kind of pull that off just by using text files, you know?
Yep.
Are there any limitations to how add-ons work at the moment, though?
Yes, so similar to when with add-ons before, you're still limited in just using the existing behaviors in the game. So you have to, the things that the vanilla mobs can do, for the most part, those are available to you. But if you really want to do something completely unique that no mob in Minecraft has ever done before, then there's still some limits. So we are actually announcing that we will be having our long-awaited scripting tech preview. So that'll be coming out this year. The focus for this preview is more around... So for this tech preview, the focus is much more around more of like a mini game, high-level control aspect, but the goal is to eventually start being able to build back on.
That sounds fantastic. I mean, we can tell people are really happy about that, so that's awesome. And when can players get their hands on these new add-on features?
Yeah, so the stuff we've been showing today is we will have that out in a beta in October, and we will have it available for everyone on Bedrock later this year.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That's really awesome. So for more information on how add-ons work and how you can get your own creation into the game, check out Minecraft.net, where we'll have more info soon. But for now, I'm very proud to announce that I have two very special people coming on who've been working on the next major Minecraft update. Please welcome Jens and Agnes. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Right? Yeah. Are you enjoying the show so far?
Yes. I think it's a lot of fun.
What's been your favorite bit so far, Agnes?
Yeah, I think the costume contest. I think it's great to see all the lovely costumes. I'm really enjoying that.
And it's kind of cool because the costume contest is kind of a legacy part of MineCon. You know, it's always been a highlight for me, so I think it's really cool we can keep that going even with the new format, you know?
Yes.
What about you, Jens? What's your favorite bit so far?
Well, for me, the best part is that we finally can reveal Minecraft dungeons. So I'm really looking forward to what people will think about it. And I already checked a little bit of the comments, and people seem excited and curious, to say the least. And we have a screenshot, actually, that we can show.
Awesome. Let's have a look.
So this is an environment in the game that you can see, kind of expect. So this is a screenshot from the actual game. And you will fight your way through in kind of like a dungeon crawler genre.
So it's kind of like a top-down dungeon crawler. So you're traveling around various environments, hacking up mobs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the hack and slashing.
Very cool. And I guess you travel to different kind of biomes and stuff. It's not all set in actual dungeons. There.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of different areas and environments, and a lot of new bosses and really cool stuff. So
that sounds awesome. I can't wait for us to share more information on that. So yeah, coming soon. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about the core game, about Minecraft itself. Now, you guys have obviously been working really hard on our next major update, and I'm sure people will be extremely excited to hear what we've been working on. So what's the deal?
Yes, so we always try to find like what's a good theme to update next, and this is something that haven't been really improved a lot since its original implementation almost 7 years ago, actually more than 7 years ago. So the theme this time is going to be village and pillage.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's been almost like 7 years since you've done a dramatic change to the villages, I think, when I checked the Wikipedia recently. So it's pretty amazing we're finally doing that.
Yes.
Agnes, tell me a bit about what we're actually doing with the villages. How are we improving them?
I mean, we have done a lot of things, but one thing is that we're updating the architecture for all villages.
Cool. So the villages themselves will have different looks depending on the biome. That's right.
Yes, that's right. And I think
yeah, we have a video to show off some of how that might work. That's absolutely awesome. So we can see the actual architecture of the villages is influenced by the area it's in, and the materials maybe, yeah.
Yes, yes. So all the architecture is adapted to the biome the village is in. So we try to only use material from that village, and we try to adapt to the climate. So you saw in the desert, the roofs are flat because it never rains in Minecraft deserts. It makes a lot of sense, but for the plains, it's a bit steep roofs, for example.
Very cool, and we can share more on that soon as well. That's awesome. We've also been looking into the inhabitants of those villages themselves, right?
Yes, and they will get new fancy skins.
Okay, let's take a look at those. That's we could have updated the sounds of the villages as well.
Oh, the sounds are amazing.
But that's awesome. Tell me a little bit about how that works.
Oh yeah, so the skins are biome dependent, and they also get unique details depending on the profession. So yeah, there will be lots of different variations. And we also do other things to villagers and the village mechanics. For example, we want the villagers to be more intelligent. So we will have like a schedule, going to the work, going to a meeting point and stuff like that. And we are updating the trading as well.
I mean, that sounds amazing. So basically, everything about the villages is going to have more life, feel more unique,
yes,
and kind of more consistent from the villagers themselves to where they live and how they interact with the player. So yes, that's awesome. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the villages. We've talked about these cool, nice features. But Jens, you said it was called the Village and Pillage update.
Yeah, exactly. And I should mention that one of our principles is that it's up for the player to build the world. So even though the villagers will be more kind of intelligent and have more of their purpose regarding their profession, it's up to the player to make sure they have a good village to live in. And there's more reason for this now, because in addition to improving the villagers, we are also introducing raids. So it gets a little bit complicated, but we have villages, villagers, illagers, and now we're introducing the pillager.
Okay, cool. And we can take a quick look at what those guys get up to. Let's check it out. That looks great.
Yes, so as you can see, the pillagers are wreaking havoc together with this new monster. And this thing is currently, we refer to it as the illager beast. It will join the raids and is really, really tough. So it's quite a challenge to take down.
It seems to be smashing its way through the whole place there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And yeah, so these raids will attack villages and you will have to defend against them. And I also want to say, like, the illager beast, if you have a name suggestion, I'm all ears. But we're kind of grown fond of just calling it the beast.
So do we know kind of why these pillagers are kind of doing what they're doing, or is that not quite decided yet?
It's one of the Minecraft mysteries.
Okay. Oh, I understand. I also noticed, the eagle eye in the viewers might have noticed, that they were wielding something that looked kind of powerful as well. What was that in their hands?
It was a crossbow.
Crossbows?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about the crossbow. Is that replacing the bow, or?
No. They are kind of well balanced. So the crossbow is really powerful. It deals more damage, and the arrows goes further, but it takes longer to load. And it also comes with new enchantments. Just want to say that because it's cool.
Great. I think we can check that out as well. Show us the video of the crossbow. Very cool. And the crossbow, is that going to be similar to the trident, where you have to kind of discover it in the world? Or?
No, you can craft it. So
cool, so that's a craftable item.
Yes.
And say the kind of multi-shot thing there, that's how the enchantments work with the crossbow.
That's one of the enchantments, and we have fast load, and there are also another one.
More to come. Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. So, I mean, this stuff all sounds absolutely amazing. Can you divulge when players are going to get these features?
So the Village and Pillage update will officially come out early next year, but we are in the Java snapshots. You will be able to try out some things in the experimental phase, but we'll also release some features before the holidays.
Okay, some of those features or some.
No, so first of all, we're gonna introduce cats as their own mob instead of being ocelots.
Yes, so we thought that ocelots and cats are amazing, so they deserve to be their own mobs. And we have done lots of updates to the cats. So there will be stray cats walking around in the villages, and you can have them as a pet, and they can bring morning gifts. And also, the phantoms are really scared of cats.
What kind of gifts do the cats bring you, like diamonds and stuff? Or?
Not really diamonds. This is a secret, but not diamonds.
Okay, cool.
More cat kind of gifts, you know.
And I can see here, so you've updated the. I mean, we used to have 3 cat skins, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we are gonna add more skins for the cats, and we thought it was funny to have 9 skins. And as you may know, one of the original skins, the Tuxedo Cat, was based on my wife's old cat, Newton. And you can see the big question mark here in the middle that we are going to ask the community to submit pictures for their cats and have kind of like a competition. So one community member is going to have their cat immortalized in Minecraft.
So they can get their real-life cat, then we're going to make it into a Minecraft cat, and that'll be the 9th cat skin in the game.
Exactly. So there will be more information about this, exactly how it's going to work on Minecraft.net in a few weeks.
Okay, that sounds amazing, and that's a pretty cool prize, I think. So we're getting cats before the cat update before holiday. Not the official name, by the way, but yeah, we're getting the cats. Is there anything else coming along with those?
Yes, we're adding scaffolding.
Scaffolding, one of the longest requested features, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember already back in MINECON Las Vegas, which was also 7 years ago, during the Minecraft Q&A, people requested scaffolding. So yeah, it took a little while, but finally.
It's 7 years, it's fine.
So how will the scaffolding work?
Yeah, I mean, the purpose is, of course, to make it easier to build, so we maybe not need all the weird dirt constructions to build anymore. So, for example, it will be really fast to climb up, and if you remove the bottom part of the scaffolding column, everything will break. So it's also really fast to remove it when you're done with your fancy building.
That sounds great. So it's giving players just opportunities to make builds quicker and easier and kind of get to the good stuff quicker.
Yes.
It's cool. And what's it going to be made out of? How do I craft scaffolding?
They are made of bamboo.
Ah, so a new item, a new block in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a new bamboo, so there will be like bamboo forests and stuff like that.
And what else do you use the bamboo for?
Well...
Adorable. So I think that's pretty obvious that we're bringing pandas to the game. Agnes, tell me a bit about those.
Yeah. I mean, like a big thing with pandas are that they are cute and they are a bit silly. And we also really wanted the players to connect to their pandas. So we thought that if we add like different like personalities or traits to them, you will feel like your panda is more unique. So we did that as well. So in the video you saw like there was a panda with red eyes. That's an aggressive panda. You should not hurt an aggressive panda.
Well, you shouldn't hurt any kind of panda. But...
Of course not. But don't hurt pandas. But the aggressive one will probably be a bit upset about it, extra upset about it.
And what other kind of traits can the pandas have?
They can be, for example, lazy and playful. And then, yeah, I heard rumors about one that actually is a brown panda. Very rare.
Okay. That sounds amazing. I mean, what made you think to include pandas in the first place?
So when we have we essentially have like creative workshops when we try to list what we want to include in the next update. And since we have such a huge community in China with over 150 million registered players, we invited our partner NetEase to give us the feedback from the Chinese community and what they really wanted to see in the game. And obviously they picked the giant panda. And we sent our sound engineer Samuel to China to record the actual sounds from the actual pandas.
And we actually have a little, we documented that trip, so let's take a look at that.
Absolutely.
莫样非常重视中国的 Minecraft 玩家，在一次沟通中有提到是否把中国的特色生物加入到 Minecraft 中，而我们第一个想到的就是国宝大熊猫了。
We're at Chimelong Safari Park in Guangzhou, China, and we're here to record the sounds for the panda. Because the pandas are so protected in the wild and they're endangered, so this is the closest we get to their natural environment.
还有呢，它吃东西的时候，它比如想跟我们饲养员要那个食物，就像竹笋啊、苹果那些，它想要吃到那个精饲料，就等于它就会有一种粘人的感觉，就粘着你。 然后一直，也是这样叫了。
What I think is interesting about pandas is that people think they are very, very quiet, but they have a variety of sounds. They have panting, bleating, and sort of squeaking. So I'd like to capture all of them and incorporate them in the game, of course.
我的世界中国版上线以来，受到了众多玩家的支持，而大熊猫是中国的国宝。我相信大熊猫的加入可以为中国玩家带来更多的亲切感和趣味，也能够让全世界的 Minecraft 的玩家和我们一起与美丽的、可爱的国宝进行互动，也一同享受探索世界的乐趣。
It's okay. I'd really like to be able to speak panda like that guy in the middle of that video when he did the sound effects. Anyway, this all sounds completely amazing. I can't wait for us to get our hands on it. So just remind me again, Jens, when are we getting these things?
So yes, Village and Pillage will be out early next year. And for the holiday update, we'll have the cats, pandas, bamboo, and scaffolding.
And that'll be out even sooner. That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay. We've reached that point in the show now, and I think you guys must be really excited to find out which biome you're going to update next.
Yes, very excited.
Did I hear biome vote results?
You did.
Is anybody excited to find out which one it is? Okay, so who gets to do the honors? Agnes, okay.
Okay, this is very exciting.
Drum roll, please.
Okay, we have a winner, and the winner is Taiga!
Tiny Agnes and Jens are very excited over there.
Yeah, we are. And the foxes are super excited.
Are you excited about updating the Taiga?
Absolutely. It's going to be fun.
It will be a lot of fun.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all these updates with me and for sharing what's going to happen to Minecraft in the near future. Let's take a quick look at the recap and see again what's coming to Minecraft soon.
Stay tuned for the post-show recap, followed by the live developer panel backed by popular demand. And we also have amazing community panels going up on our YouTube channel after the show. I'd like to thank all of the people that made Minecon Earth possible. Thank you to the Minecraft teams in both Stockholm and Redmond who continue to bring new and fun experiences to Minecraft. To the Minecraft Dungeons team, congratulations for sharing the first glimpse of our exciting new game. To our special guests and panelists, to Kate the Chemist for blowing up our stage. And a huge thank you to my amazing co-hosts. It takes a lot to put on a show like Minecon Earth, so thank you to the team and crew who worked so hard to bring it to you. But the biggest thanks of all goes to you watching Minecon Earth. From wherever you are, we're so happy you joined us. Thank you and goodbye!
Welcome back to Backstage here at Minecon Earth. That was an incredible show. I have to say, this is going to be really hard to fit into 15 minutes. We were just talking about this. So I'm joined by Ren Dog. Hey, how you doing?
I'm freaking out right now.
How are your notes there? Because mine have just like gone a bit big.
I've got lots of scribbles going on here. There is so much amazing stuff coming up.
There's a lot coming up.
It's crazy, you know.
And also we've got Stress Monster who's here with us as well.
Right.
How are your notes?
My notes I try to remember. I've put them over there, so I'm trying to remember them up here.
It's all right. We'll go through. Well, I don't even know if we can get through all of it.
No, there's so much.
It's crazy.
We were kind of watching it together here in the Backstage studio, and like every 3 minutes, you guys were like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bit overexcited.
Yeah.
No, like it's good, but it was kind of like back-to-back announcements. So I suppose we should probably start off with what was your favourite one? What was the kind of biggest one that you saw that you think like, oh yeah, I'm totally down for that. That's totally my jam.
Well, you know, 5 days ago, I was playing on the Hermitcraft server with my fellow hermits. DocM77 and I were making a stock exchange.
Of course.
Escal85 and False Symmetry are putting a bikini on it. Standard.
Right. Okay, I was with the stock exchange.
Yeah.
Now I'm here on a couch and I've just seen a giant land beast decimate a village. I mean, that has got my blood flowing. That looks awesome.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I'm scared of that. But the crossbows, like, I'm so excited for the crossbows and like the multi-shot. That's just
there was some exciting little squeaks and yelps that came out when they both saw the crossbow. There's been some strange noises all around.
Yeah.
Frankly, over the entire show. But okay, so we've got that. But I mean, okay, I'm going to have to look at my notes because there's so much going on here. So, okay, let's start off with the biggest announcement. So, Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh.
Wow, that looks super fun.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Yeah? What are we thinking?
I love the fact that it looks class-based, like there was like a magician or a wizard type thing. I thought that's my role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is your jam.
That is mine.
That is your jam.
I mean, I'm a big RPG fan, a big Diablo franchise fan, and that to me looks like we now get to be a wizard or a soldier of some kind in Minecraft, get to go into scary dungeons and slay some seriously scary beasts. I'm a little bit overexcited about this one.
I can see that. The couch is moderately vibrating underneath you as you talk about it. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Oh, God. So let's also talk about... we had some like amazing game shows in the actual show as well. I thought they were brilliant. This year was so good.
Loving the slime.
The slime...
we should have more slime,
More slime needed, poured on top of people. Can you suggest that for next year,
They were just covered in it, though, and then it was all on the floor. Got to feel sorry for the person who's, like, clearing that up.
Yeah, yeah.
They did put a bit, I think they put a bit of tarp down there or something.
Right, okay.
I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Because the science experiment was like one of my favourite things. Like, how do I do that? How much trouble am I going to get into if I do that in my flat?
Well, if you do that at home, it's going to be all on the ceiling.
But what a magical few moments for basically a month of my flatmate being really cross with me.
Yeah, it was good.
We don't recommend you do this at home in any way, shape or form, just so we're clear.
I particularly enjoyed watching the boys and girls playing with the little fluffy squares.
Oh, yeah. The pixel stuff.
I mean, trying to make a house in 3D in under a minute, kind of tricky, you know, that was quite hilarious.
Yeah.
I would have just made the
2D.
recipes in Minecraft, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know.
There's something about suddenly bringing it into the real world where you spend all your time in Minecraft. You're like, wait, how do I?
Hang on.
How do I do that?
Do this? I mean, I know how to do it in Minecraft,
Yeah.
but this feels very different.
I have a question about the slimy bit.
Okay.
Were those real fish?
No.
No.
You can't use real fish. What kind of like humane society? No.
You know, and a salmon, casual salmon?
I don't think they were real fish.
Okay.
I think they were just like, they looked really real because they were kind of covered in slime.
I'll retreat back into my imagination.
No, that's fine. It's good that they look real. They fooled you, so that's job well done. Well done, crew. What was the other thing? Oh, I really loved when we had the kind of like tutorial of like how to do YouTube videos, but we had that where everyone kind of, they cut back to like everyone's first video. Oh my God, Martin, my God, you look about 10. It was amazing.
It was very cute.
Yeah.
The cuteness level of Minecon 2018 is definitely through the roof, guys. I mean,
it is.
It is insane. Those cats.
Yeah.
I mean, Good Times with Scar is literally freaking out right now.
Good Time with Scar cat jelly. We need that.
Yeah. Can we get a jelly?
We need a jelly.
I don't know. I really liked because I think sometimes people are a little bit scared to try something and to start something, especially with something creative. And like, you know, Minecraft has so many like incredibly talented creators out there. It's almost
crazy,
like if I was sitting at home and I was going to do that, I'd be like, what's the point? Like everything's really, really good, and like what I'm going to make is not going to be good. So, but it's more about. I think it must be the same for you guys. It's just you learn through doing. You learn through just deciding to make content, and then you get better. You're never great at nobody is great at the time. If I showed you my first ever TV thing I ever did, it's so cringe. I would literally shrivel up into a black hole and suck in the rest of this room. It's so awful. But you know, I mean, when you think about when you look back at like some of your early stuff, was it cringe for you as well?
I mean, the cringe levels over 9,000, my dude.
Do you actually go and look at it? Like I tried to steer clear. I'm like, I don't really want to go back.
It at all?
No, I don't want to. But I didn't have my face on anything. Well, I still don't. But yeah, like I can imagine for people that actually have their faces on it as well, like just seeing how much like younger you were, like you said before.
Do you remember the past? Do you remember the old times when you were young?
You remember back in the day?
Oh, back in the day, yes.
We didn't have diorite at better days.
I have just heard we have got some special guests who are going to be joining us. Are you ready? Oh, don't be too scared. We've got OMG Chad and Aurelian. Come and join us in the sofa. Hi. You made it.
Hello.
All the way backstage.
Grand to be here.
Come and sit down.
Hello.
How was that for you guys? Was that intense or what?
Incredibly intense, but so
Show me your hands. Are your hands like...
Well, the hard part's over now.
No, but I wondered if you had any kind of like residual adrenaline, like still pumping around your system.
We had like a really quiet moment backstage as they were kind of doing the recap, and all of us started to get kind of emotional. So I think all of those nerves like got out of the way there because we've been here for 6 days prepping.
And on top of that, months beforehand, we did meetings in New York, we did meetings in Sweden.
Oh, you're just
really...
so jet set. So jet set. Just chuck it in there.
Oh, man.
We met everybody. We did all of the things.
There were so many celebrities.
So bad.
Life's so tough right now.
I was only in business, not in first. It was horrible.
But I really want to mention that to let people know that, like, the Minecraft team really cares. I mean, they have been focusing on this. It wasn't just a thing they threw together this weekend. I mean, we have been working on it, and they came to us and we pitched ideas.
Yep.
And it was a real collaboration. It was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah,
it looked like a lot of fun.
It was, and the best part was, I think, for us is that everyone there. We've known each other for a long time. We've been playing Minecraft for so long that every single one of us, we were like, oh, we know them, like we're comfortable. But everybody's segment was so much their personality that like we each got to kind of feel like we brought something different to the show, and I'm so proud of everyone.
You guys absolutely smashed it.
Thank you.
Absolutely smashed it. So we were just talking before you rudely interrupted.
Yeah, we busted through the backstage.
I'm so excited to come talk to you.
So honestly, we were just saying we made so many notes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things. A lot of things that are happening. Were there any kind of standout faves that they mentioned? I mean, you obviously seen.
I have
you
mine.
kind of knew a little bit already.
Actually, we didn't.
Really?
No, because they were anytime we were backstage,
so secretive.
They would come and turn the TVs off.
Turn the TVs off and turn all the volumes down.
I've got Chad's in the room.
Yeah.
That's got such a big
He tweets everything.
Yeah.
Turn them off.
I heard he was a tattletale when he was a child. He might leak out our information.
Yeah.
I mean, I got that vibe when I first met you. It's fine.
We didn't. So we were, and what's for us, I'm gonna actually have to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, same.
Because there were a lot of things that like we were doing costume changes or we were getting makeup done. Like we missed a lot of the big announcements. I mean, so we caught bits and pieces.
I mean, I wrote a lot of notes, but it now is like quite illegible.
Is it all
you know, you're like scribbling it down, like my writing.
Is it all just pandas?
Oh my God! Surprise pandas. Let's be honest, it's pandas.
I mean, come on.
They sneeze and they have a particle effect when they sneeze.
That was so sneaky, just chucking it in the.
I know.
There, and it's just like, oh, blah blah blah.
You think, okay, we've got the Village and Pillage update.
Yeah.
We're good. We're done. We heard about dungeons. Okay, that's plenty. Oh, one more thing. Pandas.
Sneezing pandas.
Yes.
Yeah, sneezing pandas.
That are on their back rolling around with babies running around.
But it wasn't just that they put in pandas. There was like a whole video montage afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, and by the way, 6 months ago we flew to China. And I was like, how long have they kept that secret for? And nobody knew. Like, none of us had any clue.
They are so good at keeping.
They're so good
quiet.
at it.
They're so good at it. I mean, what do you guys think of dungeons? We were just chatting about that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that could be a really fun experience. It's like still, I do a lot of tutorial videos, and so I see frontline that
You're in the
people,
trenches.
yeah, I'm in the trenches. It's like people love Minecraft.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just want an experience. They don't want to have to install a map, get the right add-on, add the texture pack. That's why servers were so popular. But I think that this can be another grand experience for people who love Minecraft. They love the characters. They love the story. They love the setting. They love, I don't know exactly we didn't get to see a lot. And once again, I have only seen what everyone else saw on stream.
Yeah.
I have no idea if there's like a mining ability. Like, can you mine in dungeons? I'm not sure. But just a fun thing for everyone to experience is great. Love it. Yeah.
What would you say for each of you is the one thing you're going to take away and make content for your channel? Like the favourite thing out of what was kind of updated?
I think I just want a lazy panda sitting in the corner.
just pandas. Just pandas.
Yeah, because they had the different personalities, didn't they? And I want the lazy one just sitting there.
Well, you don't want a red eye one.
No, not the red eye.
That sounds a lot stressful.
If you accidentally hit it, you're stuffed.
And let's be honest, we're all going to accidentally hit it at some point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the top of my list here, I've got...
You do have one.
We made lists.
I've literally seen the top of his list.
We're not joking. We've been doing work.
My dude, you look fine.
Okay, so they came to me. So after we had pitched, so we all pitched our idea.
And you're like, I want to look like Hugh Jackman in The Greatest Showman because that's the thing.
That's exactly
what
you said.
Exactly what we went for.
I was totally joking.
So we pitched the idea. They come back and they go, we'd really like to take this a little bit over the top. We just want to make sure that you're comfortable with doing this. And I was
I've
like,
already got the jacket.
110%. Let's go.
If anyone's going to do it, it's Chad.
Oh my gosh, wasn't that incredible? They have a costume team and they are so good.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But Crossbow is probably my favorite thing.
Yeah?
Crossbow's pretty incredible.
That's pretty cool.
And the land beast. I'm quite excited about
I got so sad when it trampled all the crops.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. Those crops. 4 villagers.
All that work.
All that work. Yeah, adorable.
I mean,
And the
could you actually pick something that's going to be in Minecraft as opposed to the fact you just got like a really cool outfit that you get to take home? I mean, that is great that you can wear that in your house. But
I really think that this is the smallest, itty-bittiest update.
Okay.
But the cats, how they're giving cats a lot more skins.
We were arguing about
And we
backstage.
are-
9 lives, 9 skins.
Except there's a 10th that someone in the community can get their cat as. And I will throw my career on a fire to get my cat.
We were arguing. It was
one
me
of
and
the
him
skins.
and Martin, because
Yes.
we all own cats, and we were all like, "It's gonna be my cat. No, it's gonna be my cat. No, it's gonna be my cat." And then we started negotiating. Okay, but what if it's like my cat's feet and your cat's color and your cat's face? Then it can be all our cats.
It's like some sort of like UN brokerage deal going
No,
on
yeah.
backstage.
I was thinking, they had the big reveal envelope that said, what it was going to be,
Chad's cat.
Savanna. And I was over to the Waffles the cat as the 10th cat. It was, and Lydia's like, what? This is something's gone wrong. Yeah.
So that would be, I think that's going to be really exciting, but you're not allowed to win. You
Yeah.
guys can't win.
Hashtag vote for Jelly.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Is this because you have a cat? Is this already been on the
I
stream?
live in a
Everyone's-
flat in London, so I don't have cats. Sad.
Dang it.
Sad and sad and sad. But yeah, I'm really excited about everything that's going to be updated. I'm really excited to see, obviously, what you guys are going to create from all of this wonderment. We all know your videos are just now going to go IRL, and it's you going to be dancing around your kitchen as some kind of ringmaster
All
for
your
your
streams.
cat.
Hello.
Fancy Fridays are gonna be so
Yeah,
different from
check
now
out my top hat. Yeah, absolutely.
You weirdly look a bit good in a top hat. Like, you're like,
I'm glad.
oh, I finally got
He
a top
discovered
hat.
his new persona today.
Yeah, it's
You're gonna
just a
have to change your-
ringmaster.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. With those pants and boots. Those boots were something else.
We
But
talked about in rehearsals too how he put the boots on and he like even walked like differently. Like he was like
Strutted around.
He was
as
like
you were-
had this very like fluid like, and now I'm gonna walk to the bathroom. And like it was very like it was great. It was a whole personality change.
Suddenly, that's obviously the you were supposed to become.
Yeah, exactly. Just
It's
the top
funny,
hat.
like, I don't know, Minecon just brings out all these kind of weird things in
Weird,
everybody.
weird, yes.
Weird, yeah.
Okay, but to get back to Minecraft, one thing that was mentioned that kind of was glossed over is add-ons you can add any creature into the game, and that is, I know people who are map makers who are very technical into Minecraft, but to be able to sometimes it's like only a villager has a trading menu, and that's it. Now, I'm not sure if you can throw a trading menu into any new creature, but like basically you had those 5 mobs to work with, or maybe you needed to be able to ride it. So that's only the pig and only the horse. You had to edit mobs instead of creating whole new ones. So that is a small feature that's really gonna be cool.
Really, really
I mean, this may sound a bit boring, but I'm quite pumped for the fireplace.
Yeah.
I have
I love it how you guys get like really obsessed about one tiny little thing. Like
berries?
Callum was like
Berry
the
bushes?
chests thing. Oh my
I was
god.
having a chat with Trace about it.
Yeah.
I have a suspicion, and this may not be how it works, but I have a suspicion that we now perhaps have a way to sleep without a bed.
Yeah, that'd be
sleep next to the
amazing.
fireplace.
Sleep next to the fireplace.
Or maybe your cats can recharge their health by sleeping next to the fireplace.
Yeah.
Like there will be ways for like
I really
your
hope-
dogs and your cats to.
I hope that the fire emits a lot more light than any other light block.
Well,
that would be cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of fire, this is the most tenuous segue you're ever going to hear on the live stream.
You're all fired. Get out.
Yeah, basically, yes. We've got the developer panel ready to go upstairs, so it just remains to say thank you so much to all of you guys for being in the post show, and I'll be back after the developer panel with Lydia to close out the whole show. So we will see you very, very soon. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
All right, welcome everybody to the Minecraft Developer Panel, where we will be answering questions from the community. So we'll start off with some basic introductions. I'm Adrian, I work as the producer for the Java edition, but today I'll be the moderator for this panel.
I'm Anita, producer on Bedrock edition.
I'm Nathan, or Dinnerbone. I'm a developer on the Java edition.
I'm Jason, or Argo Major. I'm a developer on the Bedrock edition.
And I'm Corey, or Kojo, and I'm a developer on the Java edition.
All right, and with that, we'll just get going with the questions. So the first question we got here is, does Mojang think of keeping Minecraft Java edition up to date with the Bedrock edition as long as Minecraft exists? What do you say, Anita?
Yeah, of course. In fact, right now we are co-developing our features now. We want to make sure that all of our players across all platforms get the same features and updates at the same time. They might not come out on the same day exactly, but in the same range of like 1 to 2 months.
All right, so roughly similar to what we got going with Update Aquatic?
Yep, that's right.
All right, sounds great. So Nathan, do you agree with this?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think this the co-development strategy we tried out for Update Aquatic, that was the first update that was like half design in Stockholm, half design in Redmond. And I think that went really well. And in addition to that, we're also investing a lot into the Java edition. Like in this update, we got some rewrites to like the rendering engine and lots of other optimizations to just try and make sure that this is a platform still worth playing.
Okay, that sounds great. So similar to the Update Aquatic, Village and Pillage update will also be like simultaneously released roughly. Perfect. So let's move on to the next question. This one is from our China community. Will natural disasters happen in Minecraft, such as typhoons, blizzards, or earthquakes? Corey, what do you think about this?
So while all of these things are very cool, one of the key features of Minecraft that we like to follow is that the player has to cause the events in the game to happen. Like if you have a typhoon or an earthquake or a hurricane that just happens without the player causing it, that sort of disrupts the game and causes destruction that the player is not responsible for, and that's not really what we want, even though those things could be really cool.
Yeah, back probably about 3 years ago, I actually did implement a tornado, and it was super cool, and I was super excited about it, and it was all this fun stuff going on with it. And then we started sort of thinking about it, and we're like, you know, that would really suck to be in my world. I've been building my house, working on it for 5 years, and then a random tornado comes down and destroys the whole thing. Yeah. And we're just like, it didn't feel right, and we ended up abandoning that work.
Okay, did it ever happen to you that a typhoon or a tornado, sorry, destroyed your house?
Not personally.
Yeah? So you just went on with your happy days, basically. All right. Okay, next question then is actually about bugs. So what goes into fixing a bug on the Bedrock edition? So Anita, can you give us some info on that?
Yeah, I can start with bugs come from lots of different places. We find them internally. Players will report them. So for the player ones specifically, players can put them into our bug database. And then every 2 weeks, we actually review them all and review the features that people look at them, see what kind of impact they have, how they stack up against some of the other things that we want to do, and then figure out how we want to tackle them. So after that, that kind of goes into the development side of how we actually go fix them. Jason, you want to expand on that?
Yeah, so kind of once we decide which bugs to prioritize, we then assign them out to, because we have multiple teams in the Redmond studio, and we decide which is the most appropriate team to do that. Those teams then figure out which developer knows that area of the code base best to decrease the chance of introducing new bugs, because we want to avoid that as much as possible. And once those come in, then we try to repro it. Sometimes we have troubles. Sometimes we'll get a test team to try to repro the bug for us. Sometimes we actually will reach back out to the community and say, hey, does anyone hitting this bug? If you do, can you please send us your level? And for the really hard to reproduce ones. And once we get fixes, then they go back into the main line, and we'll eventually ship in the next update.
Okay, so when you get a bug from the community, would you say the most important thing is basically having repro steps? So you
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get the repro steps in there, and then we'll be able to fix more bugs.
We'll fix way more bugs if we get repro steps.
Yeah. Corey, would you like to talk about how we fix bugs in the Java edition?
Sure. So we have this really awesome community that helps us collect bugs, and that's you all. And then we have the smaller group of volunteers that help us take all the bugs that the community posts on our bug tracker, sort of similar to Bedrock has. And they help prioritize them, help us decide maybe they're working as intended already, and then they sort of compile these bugs into a list, and they send those over to Adrian and the developers on our team. And then Adrian helps prioritize them, and then helps the developers on the team decide which bugs we're going to fix first.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, with that, we can move on to the next question, I believe. So the next question is, will there ever be brown mushrooms? Or mushrooms is what I'm saying.
Corey.
No. You look excited.
Don't you dare.
Yes, we're going to add brown mushrooms.
Oh, no. Really?
Yeah, we're going to add brown mushrooms.
Okay.
Just because of that question.
Okay, we will talk about that. Okay, with that, we can just move on to the next. What's the hardest feature to get to work across so many platforms? Anita, you want to talk about that one?
Oh, yeah. So for Bedrock, we have so many platforms, and I would say the hardest features are most generally the input ones. ones because there's touch that we have to consider, there's VR, there's mouse and keyboard, and just getting that experience right for our players and all the different ways you can interact with Minecraft. One of the ones that Jens and Edwin talked about earlier today was the scaffolding. That's probably very interesting in how we kind of move through that and how we can figure that out. So we did a lot of internal prototypes and things like that. So excited to have that come out for us too. Outside of input, there's also performance, because we have such a wide range of devices, from a lot of low-end devices to ones that are super powerful. And we just want to make sure that that experience is good for every player that plays Minecraft. So, Jason, I know you have a specific example about that.
Yeah, so performance is always an interesting challenge with the wide range. We'll run anywhere from a 6-year-old iPhone up to the latest and greatest PC. And so one of the interesting examples, we obviously develop on PCs, and we were running stuff, so we had bubble columns get put into the game, and everything was great. We're like, this is awesome, bubble columns are cool. And then we tried running them on phones, and they weren't running quite so well. So we had to come up with a new solution, which was basically on the block, we put an animated texture on the sides, and we actually put a toggle in our game to kind of control, so I believe we did. You have a toggle? Okay. But you can kind of choose which approach you want, and you can see it in the cheaper way for the machine or the more expensive way with the bubbles.
So the performance-heavy thing there was the particles, really, which you replaced with a texture.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I can imagine that there's there's over 10 platforms that runs Bedrock right now, and getting performance up to date, I guess it must be hard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's go on with the next question. Is there anything you've always wanted to add to the game that you've never been able to? Nathan, you want to start with that one?
Sure. I remember way back in the day, my very first entry into Minecraft, I made a mod for Minecraft, and this was like 2011. These were unknown territories back then. And my mod was just very simple. It was, you could build a portal from one place, and it takes you to another place. Like, you get to select where it was. And because I'm a huge nerd, I called it the Stargate, and it was great. And I remember when I joined Minecraft, or the actual team to develop the game, like, I promised all my friends, I vowed, like, one day I'll bring Stargates into Minecraft, but yeah, one day.
One day. Jason, do you have any examples?
Yeah, I love adding mobs. So I actually built this giant spreadsheet with, I don't know, it was like 80 mobs that I proposed that I wanted to add to the game, and I came up and I figured out, I'm like, this one would spawn in this biome, and this one would fall in this, and these are things that they could drop in the game and stuff like that. And we'll probably never add all of them. I'm hopeful with the Taiga being chosen that some of them will start to make their way in, and I can't wait to see all that stuff come. But I know we'll never get all of them in there.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Anita, I know you're not a developer on the team, but you might have some experience of things you want to add?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm still a hardcore Minecraft player, so there's lots of things I would love to add. So I play at home with my family a lot, and we do a lot of collaborative creative building. So we got 4 players building worlds together, and I would love to have like a collaborative like color palettes and block palettes we can share with each other. Anything like that, that makes it easier to collaborate with other people building.
Yeah, that would be super cool. So Corey, then, what was your experience? I mean, you're fairly new on the Java team, but you probably have tons of things you want to do.
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, that you all didn't vote for palm trees to be added to the game. But it's okay, because they will be added eventually. But I'm glad that they're part of the vote, because now I get to add what I've always wanted to add to the game. So, yeah.
Yeah, eventually we'll see that as well. Okay, we can move on to the next question. This is what's happening with the Super Duper graphics pack. Maybe you can answer that one, Jason?
Sure. So obviously we showed that off at last MineCon. And ultimately, as we were working on it, it proved to be a lot more challenging to get everything working together. So we've been heavily working on the graphics engine side of things to keep working on this stuff. And eventually we'll be able to put some updates out and give people a status update on it.
All right, thanks for the update. So next question, is there any hope for the Furnace Minecart? I know, Nathan, you've been talking a lot about Minecarts in general.
Yeah, it's It's kind of a problem because they're just useless in so many different ways. We kind of aren't very happy with the minecart system in general. We actually tried to update them like a few years ago and make minecarts more relevant, make minecarts faster, maybe look at the different aspects of minecarts. And I don't know, there was like engine limitations, we couldn't do it back then. One day, we really want to just revisit the entire minecart system and maybe find a good place for furnace minecarts to fit in that. I don't know when that will be, and I don't know how that will look. If anyone has any great ideas, you can post them to the feedback site.
Just tweet Dinnerbone.
Yeah. Yeah, back when we were adding the other minecarts, like the TNT minecart and stuff like that on Bedrock, we actually we looked at the furnace minecart and we were just like, we just can't justify spending any time on this because we looked at it and they're just inferior in pretty well every way to the powered rail system, and you can do so much more with it. And you had issues with directional stuff on the furnace minecarts and things like that. And we were just like, we'll figure out a better version of this one day.
I think if they could like turn on and off, that might be a bit more interesting. But right now they have this crazy bug where they just don't know which way's forward, and so they'll just like suddenly just decide, oh, I'm just going to go the other way.
All right, so well, then eventually we'll start seeing updates for minecarts in general and not just the furnace minecart.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So let's go on with the next question. This one is it's Bedrock-centric. So this is about, will shields be added to Bedrock? Anita, you want to speak to that?
Yeah, shields. So for shields specifically, we do want to add them. So it's just a matter of figuring out when we can add them, but it's definitely something that we want to add.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I think it kind of ties to the comment Anita made earlier about input, because actually, like on a PC, you can do the like left button, right button, things like that. But on touch, like it gets a little trickier. Like, well, how do we actually map to that? Or on a controller, like we've used all the buttons on a controller, so we've got to come up with clean ways to do that that feels intuitive, that doesn't make the something in your other hand that you can interact with feel worse than we used to have.
Okay, so we'll get shields on Bedrock. We just need to iron out some quirks, I assume.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Okay, good. So if we go on with the next question then, is will there be an in-game lore or story at some point in Minecraft? Corey, what do you say?
Yeah, so that's a very interesting question, because one of the things that makes Minecraft so awesome is that it's sort of your game to tell the story that you want to tell. I mean, you saw the videos at the beginning of the event. I'm sure you've all watched YouTube videos and played your own games maybe for years and years and years, and the game sort of tells the story that you want it to tell. People create stories using like mods, using resource packs, so many different ways to create different stories in the game, and we like that the player is the one that can tell their own story. And maybe you have more to add there.
Yeah, whenever we develop features for the game, we do kind of...
Each of them have different rules for their certification, how long certain ones take. Some of them are faster than others. And we want to make sure that we release those all the same day, at least on Bedrock. We don't have a magic button that just says go, and then it goes out to all of our players. So that takes some time to do, and every week or 2 weeks is a little bit too fast for us, but we're getting there in terms of how we can optimize, how fast we can get out updates.
Jason, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, one of the other challenges is just there's a lot of overhead in getting a release out. There's the builds running through, like giving the testers enough time to bash on the build to make sure that we didn't introduce anything that breaks the game and stuff like that, and that takes a lot of time. So we want to make sure that because of things like going through the stores and that, we have enough turnaround time. We want to make sure that what we put in there is the best quality we can. So if we were doing releases every week or every 2 weeks or something like that, we would spend all our time doing that, and we wouldn't get to do all the cool stuff that we got to see earlier in MineCon.
I see.
It's much the same on Java Edition as well. We kind of have, like, if the more frequently you post out the updates, the less can be in an update, because there's just so much overhead from the update. But we actually do release usually multiple times a week on Java Edition, but those are for snapshots. And so those are a way to, like, if you accept the risk of a really, really unstable and buggy game, so we may not have yet have got to the point where you can fix all the issues with the new things we add, then you can play stuff quite soon.
Okay. Some snapshots prove our point about they need more testing time.
Yeah, but they've been a fantastic tool for us, because we kind of design things as we go whenever the snapshot starts. So we'll add a feature, and then we put it out there, and people get to play it, and then within like hours, we'll have all this great feedback from people. It's like, it should do this as well, or maybe this is a bit too difficult. Yep. And then we can just like fix it for the very next day and push out an update. So it is really useful to be able to push out updates this fast, but it just was very, very difficult.
Yeah, it also ties into the bugs, like the question earlier about fixing bugs. It really, really helps us find bugs in the game and fix them when we can do snapshots like once or twice a week, and people can report those bugs so quickly so we know what's going on in the game and we don't let bugs sit for too long. We can fix them before they get too deep.
Yeah. There's also the story aspect too. So like we could trickle out little things here and there, but then sometimes like you just want things to go together. Like it was meant to have like X, Y, and Z feature together to, I don't know, be more fun for the players too.
Yeah, I guess some features wouldn't make sense without the other, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
It was actually kind of cool with the snapshots. I wasn't really expecting this on Aquatic, but we actually got tons of information for the Bedrock team from the Java snapshots, because it was kind of fun, because we were actually looking at all the feedback as well, and some of the features we had actually implemented them first, and they actually went out in a Java snapshot, so we're actually seeing things about the drowned and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good point about the drowned. I should probably go change that in our version, and stuff like that, which was super awesome to get that feedback really early,
that was great.
which we never could have gotten with the Bedrock process.
Yeah, I mean, we appreciate any feedback we get, so I mean, keep on going with that. Okay, let's try and move on to the next question. So the next question is, are there plans to make Minecraft more than just a video game? Nathan, you want to speak about that one?
I would say it already is. So, okay, it is still just a video game, but I'd like to mention we just announced Dungeons earlier, which is amazing. I'm so excited for that. And you know, we've got other video games, so we had story mode, and then there's a movie coming out, and we got so many books. I think at this point, Minecraft is just kind of, it's cheesy to say lifestyle, but that is basically what it is. It is just a thing, and so many people experience it in whatever ways they want to experience it. So I would say we passed the video game point a long time ago.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yep. Jason, do you have anything to add to that, or do you
100% agree with that. Okay. I couldn't have said it better.
All right. Let's try out the next question then. So when will Bedrock get NBT-related commands? And for people who doesn't know what NBT-related commands is, could you explain it?
Sure. So NBT is the name of like the internal data structure that the game uses. It's basically like the save file format. And